read chapters 12 and 13. Today we are going to combine, this week rather, two chapters. And we're going to talk about what is happening in these two chapters as we ready ourselves for the finish line, as we ready ourselves to conclude next week our study of the book of Hosea. So we are in chapters 12 and 13. Have you ever had one of those situations or ever witnessed a situation where somebody got angry with you or with somebody else, and it seems that when they began to spill it all out, they were angry about more than what you knew about? But as you sat and reflected on it, you realized that it wasn't that you didn't know about it, it's just that you had forgotten about it because it happened so long ago. That you thought it was all in the past, it was all forgotten, but since you did something that reminded them of what you had done in the past, that they brought that back to your attention. This is what we are seeing in chapter 12 as we go into chapter 13. God says to Israel that, I understand you are rebellious. I see your rebellion, but really I understand because this is nothing new. God tells them in chapter 12, he says, you have always been rebellious. He says, go all the way back to Jacob. He fought with his brother Esau while he was still in the womb, and he was rebellious then, and he fought with God. Remember that story about angels seeing the vision when the angels are, Jacob seeing the vision of the angels ascending and descending from heaven down to earth, and he wrestled with one of the angels until the angel would bless him. He said, I will not let you go until you bless him. And that was when he was given the name Israel, for he wrestled with God and won. And God says, you have always been rebellious. And here you continue with your rebellion, God says. And now the time has come when you must pay the consequences for your rebellion. And that's what we see in chapter 13. And as you read on in chapter 13, you get to verse 14. I want to draw your attention to it. God then poses a question. It really is a rhetorical question. God says, shall I ransom them from the power of Sheol? Shall I redeem them from death? O death, where are your plagues? O Sheol, where is your distraction? You may have heard these words formatted a little differently in 2 Corinthians 15 as Paul asked the questions, where now, O death, is your sting? And where, O grave, is your power? God poses this rhetorical question as if to say, I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, in the words of Fannie Lou Hamer, of these people always rebelling since the very first time. And so he says, death and grave and Sheol, if you can take them, go ahead and do it, because I am tired. Sometimes, when there is no end to our rebellion, we can push people to the brink. And when we push people to the brink, the reaction might be, I am tired and I'm giving up on you. Or I am tired, I'm gonna let you do whatever you want to do. That's what happens here. Hosea is telling us with the Israelites and their relationship with God. Let us not let that be us. Not with God and not with our fellow human being. Don't continue to rebel against the same people who have always been there for you, always loved you. Don't continue to rebel against your parents. Don't continue to rebel against your spouse, your partner. Don't continue to rebel against family. Don't continue to rebel against those who love you. Don't continue to push them to the point where one day they say, I am tired and I am done. Let's put an end to rebellion. And let's return to our first love. Let's return to our relationship. Let us return to our covenant. Come on, let us get on the way.